Okay.
We had 2 Halloween Horror Nights house announcements. So we had a few days ago, Stranger Things 5 was announced, which was many people were speculating about.
And just to read what they say about it, it says the Upside Down is invading Hawkins, and this time no one's safe. Join the gang for one last adventure as you try to defeat Vecna for good in this haunted house based on Stranger Things 5.
There you go. All right, that's for Stranger Things 5. And then this morning, as of recording, they announced another house, which is HR Blood and Guts presents a Halloween Fright-tacular. And this obviously is an original IP house.
It says tune into a curated selection of H&R Blood and Guts Halloween favorites in this haunted house, complete with ghouls, gore, and all the frights that keep you coming back for more. So I'm not familiar with this specific character, I guess. But this is it was like an older, it's like based off of like an old house. Like it's like that Cary, Ohio place where like a bunch of the houses are like based around or whatever. So this was like on I think it was like a vlog or a podcast. Says this new house picks up 15 years later from Holidays of Horror's conclusion. This is a long time ago, where H&R Blood and Guts has been incarcerated in the Cary Penitentiary since. Now he is finally broken out of prison on Halloween Day. He has returned to the WKNB television studio to present a Halloween marathon of straight-to-TV Halloween films that were his favorites that he never got to showcase back when he was working 15 years prior.
It's kind of reminiscent of the theater house with all those like movies, like the haunted movie
Slaughterhouse.
Theater thing. Yeah, Slaughterhouse, which I kind of liked.
Since he's escaping straight from prison and returning to the derelict studio, he tries to piece together his former look as much as he can, but there's a fun little twist to how he looks this go around. And he's older, so we're able to work with the original actor who played Blood and Guts in 2011, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's basically playing 7 movies. And the scenes are presented in the house.
Okay.
So interesting. Very, very interesting.
I mean, I like the concept. That's kind of cool. And I like when they bring back some of the older stuff. So I think that's cool. So we've had announcements for Stranger Things 5, HR Blood and Guts here, Sinners, and Jack and Oddfellow House.
Yes.
So we got 4 houses now. Let's say Stranger Things. I don't think this is going to match the hype that you had the last time they did Stranger Things, which was off of season 4, which is probably the peak of what they hit after season 1 in terms of the popularity of that show. Do you think that there's, I mean, you personally, I suppose, is there a lot of like anticipation for Stranger Things 5 house?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot.
I mean, we've talked about before. I have my beef with season 5. I don't think it was near as good as season 4 by any means, but there are some pretty iconic moments you could pick out for this house.
Sure.
Like you got the radio station, I think, where they electrocuted one of the Demogorgons. That would be kind of one you could use.
You got the place with the I don't even know what
the
it's
melting
called.
stuff.
Yes, the white.
I think that'll be one you see.
Yeah.
You also obviously have the final fight. You've got there's a few. I mean, you've got like Will and the army base. Like there's a lot of things you could choose from. So I'm curious as to like what they will choose for this. So I think obviously has potential here.
I'm excited about it for sure.
I'm not as excited as I was after season 4, just because I didn't really care for how season 5 kind of ended everything in the season itself. But I still think it could be a really good haunted house if done correctly, which I have every faith that they probably will.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. I mean, I liked the 4 house, so I'm probably gonna love the 5.
Makes sense. So we're gonna have. There's 8 houses. Is there 10 houses in total?
There's 10.
Okay. So there's 10 houses in total that get announced. We've got 4 thus far. Halloween Horror Nights starts late August.
August 28th.
Yeah, so more than likely you're going to see end of June to July have a bunch of these announced. Maybe even to August. Maybe part of August they wait to announce this. So the next little bit here we'll get more of these houses. So far the speculation maps out there have been fairly accurate, at least from the main IP houses. Sinners was a big one, and so was Stranger Things 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am hearing a little bit of doubts about one speculation is that the Ozzy Osbourne house, apparently John Moody, who is in charge of Hollywood's version of this stuff, has kind of downplayed that that's going to happen. that would be a cool house to do. I do like these like other type houses they do, like those WWE houses. Like they did one for like the weekend. I think you could do some really cool stuff with like a Ozzy Osbourne house, and I think the timing would be good off of his passing. Last year, was it last year he passed away, or earlier this year?
I can't remember exactly.
I think it may have been earlier
long
this year.
ago. Yeah.
So I do hope that one happens, and I think a lot of the ones people are kind of throwing out there, like the back rooms and Obsession, like there's no way they're going to do it this year, because typically
Right.
what you see is like when something, because they work on these houses for over a year.
Oh yeah.
So by the time they may do it next year. Now I think a back rooms haunted house could be kind of interesting. That could be really, really kind of not like slasher gory scary, but kind of just more like eerie in a house, which we have seen them do before. Obsession you could do. So I think you may see some of these houses next year. But I think you'll probably have something to do with Terrifier. Those movies, I
okay.
wouldn't be surprised if you see another version of Terrifier that's been out there as well. So, I mean, we'll see the future announcements, but so far I think, a lot of times the IP houses get the most attention, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of years, I think the original IP houses are the ones that are the best. The ones that they just come out on their
Yes.
own. Like, what was the
Yes.
Fisherman's Wharf one a few years
Yes.
ago? That one was amazing.
Of the dead man's. What was it? Yeah, something like that.
It was, I just remember it was whatever that was. But so, obviously, we're looking forward to this year because obviously we did splurge. I don't know if we mentioned it or not before, but we did get Express Pass this year.
Yes.
So
We did. Did we mention it? I don't
we
remember.
probably did, but it's been,
I don't
I've
know.
slept since then.
I don't know.
But I mean, I think first off, I need to watch Sinners because I have not seen Sinners. I know the
Mm-hmm.
concept of it, which makes sense for a haunted
We'll
house.
watch all the stuff before that we can beforehand just to get ready for it.
Yeah. And I think there's a possibility as well. I would like to see Resident Evil. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I think a lot of people are pointing to, instead of Resident Evil, you would have Evil Dead is one that's been highly speculated. Hellraiser is one as well. So we'll see what the other ones are. But I mean, I think that so far, I think it's pretty good to have these two. I think Sinners and Stranger Things will be one that Stranger Things, I think, does tend to bring in more. Some people have even said it. I think Stranger Things maybe leans a little bit more females in terms of like it really into that show. I think it will bring a lot more people to HHN that aren't necessarily into horror of that genre, but want to
Maybe.
see. And that's why they do these houses like that, like to bring in different crowds for this and things like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see what the other ones are. But I think so far I'm liking it. I'm tentatively liking this.
It looks good so far. We got 6 more houses to announce. So
So we'll see what else they announce, but they did have 2 more, and it's starting to shape up for Halloween Horror Nights. And of course, whenever we'll talk about this whenever there are more, but once they have all the houses announced and everything like that, we'll do a full preview episode and then a full review episode when we actually go do it and talk about it. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good time, regardless of the houses.
yeah.
Halloween Horror Nights is a lot of fun, and people point to, like, I'm newer to Halloween Horror Nights. I'm in the same boat as Orange Grove 55. We both hate the horror genre. I hate it. I cannot stand horror movies, but I really enjoy HHN. It's a very unique atmosphere. The gore stuff, it's not like gore stuff bothers me. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
But HHN just kind of has its own vibe and feel to it. So,
Sure does.
and I'm looking forward to not waiting 95 minutes or 2 hours in every line past 9:00.
Yeah, that's very much true. It's like once the sun goes down, it's like, hey, you're gonna wait an hour at least
Yeah.
in every line.
Because that's usually the way, which is the first year we've had. Well, you had Express Passes years ago. You went before I went with a
Like
friend of ours.
2021.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a while ago.
Yeah. So, that's typically, we would get to the early, the Stay and Scream. You get to go into stuff early. We would knock out maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 houses before and then all of a sudden you hit that one where it's like 90 minutes. And
Yeah.
to me, standing in line, it wears me out more than walking around.
For sure.
And so we did it's just like, I'm not doing this again. This is once you get toward the end of the night too, it's like 1 a.m. and you're like, how long is that line? Oh man. And you just I just can't do it sort of thing. But
Yeah.
with that, hopefully I think it'll be much better. But one thing you were saying too, the show they normally do.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to write this down. Yeah. So apparently the Nightmare Fuel show, like base of show they've been doing every year for the last couple of years or whatever, is not going to be the show. Like they're not using Nightmare Fuel like actors or like that kind of thing because they're on tour like during Halloween Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the show is going to be. Maybe it'll be based on the Oddfellow stuff, maybe like a circus kind of thing. I don't know. But that was just something that someone had shared about the Nightmare Fuel people or the production not being a thing this year. Could be wrong, but that's what they said.
Interesting.
Rumors so far.
Rumors, of course, all rumors.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Given it is more of a like Jack the Clown and Oddfellow, I think a show featuring them would probably be pretty popular.
Yeah.
If I were to guess. So, because I don't think they're going to go without a show. Because one thing a show does, it definitely helps some of those wait times with when they have the show going on. Because the shows are very, like they're always jam packed.
Yeah. But they do have, I was going to mention this before as well. We do have the first signs of Halloween Horror Nights stuff going up, and that's the Death Eater stuff has appeared at Diagon Alley.
They will be a part of that as
well.
So
we're seeing some of the little things up here that are around the Diagon Alley area.
Yeah.
That are Death Eater stuff.
Now, one thing we could see is there was a clip. It was a showrunner for The Simpsons, and he was kind of more or less talking more about Hollywood, I believe, from how he was saying it, but may have let some stuff slip that there may be potentially some Simpsons Halloween stuff going on with like the actual ride in the land itself. A lot of people pointed to maybe that means Treehouse of Horror, because that is something that The Simpsons. I mean, that used to be something really, really big. And
I remember that.
I think, and if you're looking at Orlando specifically, that one haunted house that usually uses the Simpsons ride as its cue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you do a Simpsons house, but they could have an overlay on the ride potentially for that, and maybe some Halloween Horror Nights stuff, or excuse me, some Treehouse of Horror stuff in the Simpsons area. So that is out there as well. That could be something they do. Because it would, I mean, you could do like a Simpsons mocking like Stranger Things and, what the Simpsons does, more like pop culture references and their take on it sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So that is out there. I don't know. Who knows if that's going to happen? That was just from the showrunner, but he did seem to be talking from a place like this is something they're ongoing like discussions and talking about doing. Now, it could also just be for Hollywood too.
I don't know.
So that is out there as well. So if that happens, I would be, even though I'm not a Simpsons fan, I would be kind of curious about like, a Treehouse of Horror Simpsons at HHN.
Could be good.
Could be good.
Could be good.
Could be good. So